Okay, so after the long weekend, we see stocks are down. I remember there was a last week was of course the start of a new month, new quarter as well. So we knew there'd be some shuffling around. They didn't do that much last week, but it looks they may be starting now. Of course, after several days to the upside, at some point you have to expect the markets to give some back, and that's what they're doing now. Now, volume was mixed. It was on the downside by a fair amount across the board, but the volume was mixed down, or excuse me, higher in the S&P and Dow, and not so much in the Nasdaq. So that adds another distribution day. I believe that'll be accurate. I'm going to reset it again or recheck it again by tonight or tomorrow. Make sure that the volume, because these are all preliminary numbers that are out right now. I'll find out for sure with the status of that should be correct one way or the other. We're still in an uptrend. Everything still looks very bullish, based on everything, the VIX, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll look at charts. Okay, then the charts here we have the Dow Jones. Here's the daily. Now we don't have show today's candle for it's not up and updated yet, but there's essentially it's been down about 50 points, down about 17,025 or so. So it's back towards 17,000 in terms of a polarity change and just a retest of the breakout area. So no big deal for now. Profit taking for now. If it goes below 17,000, then we're probably in trouble to go back towards 16,725. But for the moment, everything seems to be perfectly fine and secure. No issues there. The S&P, there's your red candle. It's in the channel, so a little bit of a pullback is not such a big deal. It could pull back toward the 8 moving average to 1965 or so as well. That's not a big deal. Nothing massively selling here at all, so nothing much to worry about. The Nasdaq, however, has developed a bear sash formation. So it had a hottomy, broke higher, bear sash at the channel near 4,500, which was a target. Window below near 44.25 is there. The 8 moving average is there, so that's kind of where the target below is expected right now. TSX, a little bit of a pause near this 15,200 level or so, 250. So it had a little bit of doji and then now a shooting star from Friday to now. So if it pulls back, looking at maybe 15,120, if anything like that, that's possible. So if we go to the US dollar, Canadian dollar, it seemed to be steadying itself with a bullish piercing the other day, but there was still room to 106, quite frankly. So it's holding really well, actually. There's 4 consecutive days here. So look for a little bit of a possible flush lower. If not, obviously you're looking for something over 107 regardless. So look for a possible flush. If it flushes into 106, look for the signs of maybe a reversal. You see there's already a positive divergence. Stochastics rising with price going sideways. So keep an eye on that. The Euro US looks like this. Came into the 50, pulled back 4 consecutive days, now back into our retracement level near 136, looking to hold that level, which it is, and then bounce back up a little bit. Treasuries we knew got rejected at 137, came all the way back down toward 134. Bounced briefly, and it's back on a 50% retracement, but also into the moving averages, the trend line and channel area. So a lot of resistance at this level as a retest of the breakdown. So I'm looking at this point, if it's going to reject here, you're going back to 134 and possibly lower, which only adds more bullishness to the current markets. The yen did bounce. It was going higher off this after Thursday's drop. There was a bump back into the moving averages for now. So it's kind of neutral still, but maybe a bias toward 99 still is possible. But it's not doing it very quickly, nor with much vigor. Then when you look at the Japanese yen, it came into the 13. I'm sorry, the gold. Pardon me. The gold 1335 level retrace into the 8 moving average into the 1315 area and is holding that level for now. As the stochastics is resetting itself, still looking for anything through 1335 on the upside. And silver is kind of the same way. It went higher, still had room to 22. If the chart will overload, there it is. There's still room to 22 above, but going sideways for the most part near 21. It needs to hold 21, otherwise it's going much lower. 2050 for sure. Crude hit near 108, retraced, looked at a measured move near 104.50. It's actually had 2 consecutive days below 104.50 now. So now looking for a retest of 104, and now we're down to 103.50 and the 50-day moving average. So it's a little bit lower than I anticipated based on the measured move, but that is what it is. So we'll see if they hold here now with the spinning top. This is an indecision. They may bounce from here, being into the lower Bollinger Band as we're eyeballing it right now. Small caps look like this. Small caps through the window, back through the 8 moving average into the 20 and a former pivot area near 117.50. So looking for it to hold here, 117.50, maybe 117, but 117.50 more likely. And then we go over to the VIX, and the VIX did pop today after finding support across 1030 to 1032. Nice little pop up, Morningstar formation with room to 12, 1250, and that's about it there.